This is FreeMcBoot. It looks like an ordinary PlayStation 2 memory card, but when plugged in, completely transforms your PS2 to be unlocked and able to run whatever soft mods you throw at it. How does this work? Well, once upon a time, Sony planned on distributing system updates through a disk that would patch the configuration files on the system's memory card. The PlayStation 2 was launched incomplete in Japan in that it didn't include the necessary drivers required for the DVD player to work. You'd have to first install a system configuration disk that came bundled with the system. This would update a file on the memory card, and through that, the system would be patched with the proper DVD drivers. Fun fact, they made 2 versions of this disk because of a bug in the first release that allowed the PS2 to play region-free movies. Ironically, this leads us into the birth of FreeMcBoot. By the time the North American models of the PS2 were released, Sony had no further plans on updating the system via its memory card, and it remained a hidden-away functionality for most of the console's life. FreeMcBoot exploits this by disguising itself as an authentic Sony update and boots you into a system capable of running all types of homebrewed apps, putting you in full control of the system. How I discovered FreeMcBoot was I was looking for a cheap solution to get my saved games from my memory cards onto my computer. The premium copies of third-party memory editors such as Action Replay and GameShark already had this capability provided that you had the included accessories, which, over the years, I unfortunately lost, and buying a new one was out of the question because I have no money. But after I managed to fish out $3 worth of change that had fallen underneath the machines at my local laundromat, I was able to get FreeMcBoot and a preloaded memory card off eBay and transfer my saves safely into their new home where I can play them with PC X2S. This exploit works on every PS2 besides the very last model ever made. By then, Sony finally updated the BIOS not to check the memory card slot for system updates anymore, thus stopping the exploit at the source. However, by causing a buffer overflow within the metadata file of a burned DVD, the PS2 can once again be tricked into executing instructions that unlock the system. But for the true Sony enthusiast, the phat exclusive FreeDVDBoot remains king. As the name implies, in order for this to work, you'll need a hard drive. I'll be using my old 40GB PS2 hard drive with an IDE to USB adapter. But if you're going into this project without a hard drive, you have a few other options such as using a SATA drive or a SD card with a few converters to make things compatible. Either way, all you have to do is write a FreeDVDBoot image to the drive and install it into the system using any of the officially made PS2 network adapters. Once everything is installed, your hard drive will take over when the PS2 boots, and you'll have all the basic apps and tools as FreeMcBoot. It's that easy. But for the complete FreeDVDBoot experience, I'm going to point you guys towards 𝓼𝓸𝓯𝓽's BB Navigator image. This not only includes an English translated version of BB Navigator so you can explore all the cool features and UI upgrades the Japanese PS2 had that we never got, but it also comes bundled with 2 versions of Linux you can play around in. For the advanced user, this is probably all bloat to you, but it's a pretty decent package to play with if you're looking to do stuff outside of playing pirated games. Anyway, that's the gist of PS2 soft modding. I hope this encourages you to do something fun with that old PS2 of yours. Until next time, take care.